The king of the table, chicken. Doesn't matter the day, the week, the month, or the holiday. No matter when this bird hit the table, everybody loves chicken. Now grab your black gloves, preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and I'm gonna show you all how to bake this chicken the ReyBae way. Now here's your shopping list. You got fresh chopped parsley, you got red potatoes. Now we're gonna leave the skin on those. And then the co-star to show that kindest bone broth chicken gravy. Hey, if you know, you know. And then of course, the star of the show, Mr. Barnyard Pimp himself, chicken. Now for the potatoes, you're gonna need a bowl of water. So get you a bowl of cold or cool water first. And then after that, our potatoes, we're gonna dice these up into a medium to large dice. And as you cut the potatoes, they're gonna go inside your bowl because we're getting them prepared to roast them, okay? So now, of course, we're gonna leave the skin on. Just follow along like you see me doing. And keep in mind, here's a pro tip. If you're using knives similar to mine, make sure you sharpen them first because a dull knife is far more dangerous than a sharp knife. You have a higher chance of cutting yourself with a dull knife. So now, after this, we're gonna go and get our potatoes into the pan with some pan spray. So let's hit the pan with the pan spray first, just a little light coat like you just see me doing. And then after that, our potatoes, we're gonna hit those with a little oil as well. Now the purpose of the oil is to help the seasoning stick to it. And I'm using a neutral flavor oil. This is avocado oil. Also, foodie family, the full recipe for this menu is in the description below. So if you have questions, you have comments, drop it down in the comments and I'll be happy to respond to you. Now, those potatoes, they're going on the baking sheet just the way you see right here. And then that seasoning mixture that you see right here, all of the measurements are in the description below. I also made sure I didn't make it too salty too. So if you like things more seasoned, feel free, use more. Or if you don't like things as well seasoned, use less. Now, you wanna make sure you get that seasoning mixture all on the potatoes, generously season them up. Now, for whatever reason, while you're seasoning your potatoes and mixing it around with your hand, if it gets a little too dry, go ahead, hit it with a little bit more of that avocado oil, just like you see me just did. I just added another teaspoon, maybe 2 teaspoons, and then hit it with that seasoning. The goal is we're building flavors. And then now you're gonna go ahead and give your potatoes a little shake just to make sure they're nice and even on the pan. And then after that, you're gonna turn the skin side down and make sure the skinless side is up, that we can get nice color. And then these are going in the oven at 350 degrees. And you're gonna let these bake until they're nice and brown, okay? And nice and tender in the inside. And then after that, we're gonna go ahead and start working on our chicken. So now, as you can see, you got some fat on here that we wanna remove. And then also, we're gonna go ahead and flip this chicken over because all of the work is gonna start on the rear side of the chicken first. So with your paper towel, you want to make sure we get this chicken nice and dry. So let's work at patting this chicken dry first because you got to have it dry. Now, with some kitchen shears, you're gonna go ahead and we're gonna remove the backbone of the chicken, okay? Now, what we're doing is we're gonna work side by side of the backbone to remove it. And I got a little bonus that I'm gonna do for you guys as well. I'm gonna intentionally make a mistake and show you all how to remove one of the bones out of this side of the chicken, so the right side of the chicken. I'm going to show you how to move that bone out. So now you're going to take this backbone out and we're going to just work our way all the way down to the bottom. And the reason why I'm going to show you all how to take that bone out of the thigh area, because sometimes you will get caught in that area where the bone is protruding like this. and you might not know how to work that out. So I'm gonna show you how to work that out of there. So now you're gonna cut it all the way down to the tail. And then on the opposite side, you remove the backbone first. And then you're gonna take your shears, hold it and twist to the side, and that's gonna break off like that. And then now you could just cut and break this with the shears and get that out of there, okay? Just like that. And then that backbone, you can use that for chicken stock if you want to. Now, see all of this unpleasantry that's inside of the chicken? We don't want that. So the easiest way to remove that is just to rinse it out in the sink. Now, after you rinsed it, remember what we did in the beginning? When we patted that chicken dry, we got to do the process again. Make sure you don't leave your cutting board all wet, just like you see me doing. Yeah, so take a moment, and then all of that fat, we can remove that. And you're going to remove as much fat as you want, okay? It's to your liking. So now, it's game time. So now we're going to put on our gloves, because now we got to oil up our chicken. So with just a little bit of oil, just enough to coat the chicken, we're gonna make sure we get this oil all around the chicken. And just like with the potatoes, it's the same reason why we did it with the potatoes. We're oiling the chicken just to help the seasoning stick to it, okay? So all around it, make sure no inch of that chicken go unoiled. All in the inside too, just the way you see me doing. Yeah. And then when we start seasoning this chicken, we're gonna season this bird from the inside, or rather the back of the chicken, where we remove the backbone out of it. Now, when you season the chicken, you wanna make sure you season every inch of it. So I'm gonna give you a full demo of how your chicken should look. Now, as you can see, I'm going all across the top of the chicken, getting all on the wings, all in the inside, where I removed the backbone from. No inch of the chicken should be unseasoned. Now, let me give you guys a quick pro tip. If you're planning on marinating your chicken for 24 hours, I would just say be mindful with how much seasoning that you use. But if you're doing anything like 8 hours or less, even 30 minutes, go crazy with it just like this. No, let me not say that. Just make sure you nicely coat your chicken, okay? Let me behave. All right, so now just the way you see me doing, every little inch, every little ounce of this chicken, coat it. And after you've coated your chicken, that's when it's gonna be going in the pan and getting ready to go into the oven. And as you bake your chicken, it's gonna be baking on 350 degrees. And periodically, you want to turn the chicken while it's in the oven. So when I say turning, meaning rotating the pan, not physically grabbing the chicken and turn it, but rotating the pan to ensure that the chicken is cooking evenly and you're not getting any hot spots that can potentially burn the chicken in certain spots. You ever see when you bake chicken in the oven and you get those burnt spots? That's because you're not rotating it, okay? So now that chicken looks amazing, and we're going right to the oven with it on 350. And you're gonna cook this chicken till it reaches an internal temperature of 165 degrees. Now let's go into our gravy. We're using the bone broth gravy by Kinders. And what you're gonna do with this, you're just gonna follow the manufacturer's instructions. 1 cup of cold water, empty the entire packet into the pot. You wanna give it a good mix before you go onto the stove with it to ensure that you have no lumps. And if you follow those instructions, it will come out perfect every single time. Now, if you made it to this point of the video, I'm proud of you, especially if this is your first time making a whole chicken by itself and not going to the store and getting one already cut up, because it really took some courage and some guts for you to do that. And I'm really proud of you. Now, if you've learned something today or gotten any value out of this video, I want you to do me a huge favor. I want you to smash that like button. I want you to share this video. And most importantly, I want you to subscribe. Now, this is the plate up right here, the most important part to me in the video. This is your hard work. This is your dedication. And if you follow everything that I've shown you in this video, these are the results you should be getting. This right here. So now I'm going to get quiet and let you all enjoy watching. And until next time, I appreciate you guys for watching and rocking with me. Peace.